family from County Durham have been left devastated after a bubbly 8-year-old girl died 3 months after being diagnosed. Amelia Davies from Darlington tragically passed away on January 25, just months after she was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, a rare type of cancer that mostly affects babies and young children. Her mom, Rhiannon Davies, 25, described how Amelia began suffering from stomach pains and constipation in August 2020 and after various tests was diagnosed with neuroblastoma on October 30, 2020. But although treatment was going well, Amelia tragically passed away in January, leaving Mom Rhiannon and Dad Danny Hill, 27, dead. Despite their heartache, the family is determined to raise awareness of the condition in memory of their chief. Rhiannon said, "What scares me the most is she didn't have any swelling, so her only symptoms were constipation and stomach aches, or something that kids complain about all the time, so we had no idea it was going to be that. She was eating so much through lockdown we thought she might have been eating too much or had developed an intolerance. I rang the doctors because she couldn't finish her sandwich and was in quite a bit of pain. After calling the GP, Amelia was booked in for an ultrasound at Darlington Memorial Hospital, where they were called back the following day." The mum explained, "We were told we needed to come back for further investigation. They couldn't tell me much over. They said they had found something attached to her left kidney, so we didn't know the full extent. Doctors found a tumour on Amelia's left kidney and she was immediately transferred to the Royal Victoria Infirmary, and there she had more tests, and after doctors found some cancerous neuroblastoma cells, she was booked in to have the tumour removed on November. However, the consultant decided to carry out a bone marrow test to make sure the cells hadn't. Tragically, the cells had spread to the bone marrow and the family were given the devastating news that Amelia had neuroblastoma. Amelia's treatment started on November 4th and was having chemotherapy every 10 days for 8 sessions, which her mum said took its toll on her. The brave little girl was fitted with a feeding tube as her weight plummeted from 31.9 kilograms to 28.5 kilograms and suffered from horrid side effects from the treatment. Rhiannon said, "Amelia struggled to eat because the tumor was pressing on her stomach. She wanted to eat, but she never knew what she wanted. She struggled to walk. Her legs were shaking and she was getting skinnier and skinnier. We were sometimes in hospital for long periods of time and she spent most of her time trying to get her to go out for a walk around the ward was hard, but we managed to do that a few. When we got home it was a struggle for her to get up and down the stairs, so we had to carry her. She was really scared, and then was she angry. The treatment was really hard and she didn't want the doctors or nurses anywhere near her, but after that, she wasn't too." After the second treatment, her hair fell out and that really freaked her out because it was coming out in clumps. She would have good days and bad days, but her personality was always there. She was still her Amelia even had treatment on Christmas Eve and spent most of Christmas Day in bed, but the family were given the good news that the treatment was working as the tumor had Rhiannon explained, "January 13th was Amelia's last treatment and we had an MRI scan that showed that the bone marrow was clear and the tumor had They said they had found another cell on her left hip bone that we weren't aware of before, but the tumor had shrunk and it was all going in the family were preparing for Amelia to be discharged until her condition suddenly worsened during a potassium infusion." Rhiannon said, "She was fine and then suddenly she started screaming out in pain and twisting in her bed. We didn't know what had happened because she was fine a couple of minutes. We tried to calm her and then she started feeling like she couldn't breathe and couldn't lift her body. They couldn't work out what was going on inside her body. She was given an adrenaline shot and they were discussing what they should." Amelia was fine. She was talking, but she said she felt really funny. Something just happened and she was going to get discharged on Monday. "We were so happy to get over the first set. We were in and out of hospital constantly, but then it all changed." Despite best efforts from the medical staff, Amelia passed away on January 25th, with Rhiannon expressing her gratitude to the fantastic staff at the RVI who cared. Following Amelia's tragic death, her family is determined to raise awareness around neuroblastoma. Rhiannon said, "Stomach pain and swelling are symptoms, although Amelia never suffered from any kind. We just want to raise more awareness around neuroblastoma and help other families." Paying tribute to Amelia, Rhiannon described the Berlin Hall student as a happy, cheeky little girl who loved golf. She said, "Amelia was always running around. She was sassy, happy and cheeky. She loved going to school to see her friends and she loved spending lots of time. She was so bubbly, she loved swimming and cooking. She was just amazing and we all miss her so much." In a bid to raise money and awareness, local resident Janine Becker and her family are taking on a huge challenge which will see them walk or run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours from 4 a.m. on March 6th until 4 a.m. They've already smashed their £2,000 target but are hoping to raise as much money as possible. Janine said, "Our 9-year-old went to school with Amelia and shared a lunch table and class with her. I can't imagine what the family is going through right now, so we just want to do whatever They hope to raise money for a buddy bench at the school in Amelia's name, so if a child feels lonely, they can go to the benches assigned that they need someone to play with. If you would like to donate, you can do so."